Welcome back to the B-Dubs Movie Hub. Brian here again with another movie review. Yesterday I posted my review of Death of a Unicorn, and today we're going to talk about The Woman in the Yard, which was the second film I had watched behind Death of a Unicorn during my double feature over the weekend. So sit tight and let's talk about The Woman in the Yard. A mysterious woman appears in a family's front yard, delivering chilling warnings and unsettling messages, leaving them to question her identity, motives, and the potential dangers she might pose. The movie stars Danielle Deadwyler as Ramona, Peyton Jackson as Taylor, Estella Kahija as Annie, Russell Hornsby as David, and Okwe Okpokwiksili as the woman in the yard. So the movie is produced by Blumhouse. There's still a bunch of Blumhouse that I have not seen. I did check out The Wolfman earlier in the year, and I thought that one was pretty good. I didn't really know much about The Woman in the Yard going into it. The trailer is very vague. It's very kind of ominous, and you don't really know what's going on. And I kind of left the movie theater feeling the way I had watched the trailer. Like I just didn't really kind of get what was going on. I understood the main premise of the movie that it was going for is dealing with family grief and guilt. I just didn't think that it was that good of a movie altogether. Cast wise, I thought they all did all right. Danielle Deadwyler was very good as the mother. The two kids played by Peyton Jackson and Estella Kahihi, I thought they did fine jobs. Russell Hornsby has kind of a smaller role, so he's in it kind of just a little bit. He plays the husband, and the actress who played the woman in the yard I thought was fine. I thought she did a fantastic job. She did have that creep factor. I just didn't think the movie was very well done. There's a lot of confusion, and just it's really like there are scenes where you just don't really understand what the hell is going on. At least that's how I felt. I did see it with two of my friends. They felt the same way. We just kind of all left the theater and we're just a little confused as to what we watched and what ended up really happening. Really in the third act of the movie, the first two acts, it's very slow. It starts off very slow, and it takes a little while. It takes a little bit to build up for there to be any kind of action or really any scares, and there's really not that many. There's a couple jump scares here that I think one or two of them did get me. I'll admit to that, but like for the most part, it wasn't a very scary movie. I do believe this was PG-13, so they're not, they weren't marketing it to those R-rated horror fans, it seems. But for the most part, I don't know. It wasn't really something that I enjoyed. I wasn't sure what to expect going into it, and I just don't think I really got anything out of it in the end, except for just a lot of confusion and just kind of not really understanding certain parts of the film once it got going. Like I said, it started off very slow. The woman appears in the yard. The mother goes out there to kind of like ask her who she is, if she needs help. And then it just kind of like drags on from there. During the third act, you get a little bit of action. You get some of those jump scares, and just all really just kind of more and more confusion as to what was happening. I just didn't really get it. I didn't think it didn't really land for me the way that I think it should have. I did like the setting. It takes place on just a secluded farm, and movies that kind of have these small casts and one setting like locations. I actually find those to be kind of entertaining to an extent because you've got to fit all of this story into just one centralized location with only a few people. There's really four main cast members here, and for the most part, the woman in the yard's only on screen for a little bit. When she's in the yard, so it's really the mother and the two kids that are the central characters of the story. So I do find it impressive when films do shoot in one location with a relatively small cast. I'll give it some props for that, but that's about it. For me, I did not care for The Woman in the Yard. I'll probably watch a few reviews here on YouTube just to see what other people are saying about it and see if maybe they understood it. Maybe there's just something that just didn't click with me while I was watching it. But I probably won't add it to the collection when it does come out on physical media, but I may rewatch it if it comes out on Netflix or Hulu or whatever streaming service that may have it, just to see if my thoughts on it change at all, because I'm always up for that, right? I may not like something the first go around, may watch it again, and all of a sudden I change my mind and change my perspective on it altogether. So we'll see what happens there. For the most part, I just did not care for this movie. So if you've seen The Woman in the Yard, drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Just really curious to see what other people are thinking about this movie. I hope you guys liked the video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this out with your friends. I'm on Letterboxd, Instagram, and Facebook. I will put the link in the description below to all those social media platforms. Thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.